There I am. Hey, here I am. Hi, everybody. Welcome to What If Wednesday. I am Mindy Odlin, founder of the What If Up Club, and we come together every Wednesday just like this live here in our Facebook community so that we can have that midweek pick me up, share some ideas, some tools, some strategies to help you consciously create the changes that you want to see in your life, in your family, in your community, and in the world. So I'm glad you're here. Today, I am inspired by one of our What If Up Circle leaders. Shout out Andi Watson. Love you. So we were having one of our weekly leadership huddles, and Andi was checking in on what her experience had been for the week. And she shared something that I thought was really powerful. I asked her if I could share it with everybody. She graciously said yes. So I'm going to share with you a snippet from our huddle, from my chat with Andi. And I'm also going to share with you some tools that come out of that so that you can see how to have the kind of success that Andi has had. Sound good? So that's where we are going. So the conversation went kind of like this. Andi had a new position, new job. She was sharing that things were going really well, great check-in. And then she shared a story about someone that she had met through her new line of work. So I'm just going to take you over there to a clip that is from our live huddle. Thank you, Andi. Here we go.
So I had a lady we were just talking, and she's saying, well, I really need to make a list of goals. And I'm like, she says, what are your goals? How do you list your goals? And I said, I doodle. And so she's like, you do what? I doodle. It's part of the What If Up Club. And so I just showed her an example of one of my doodles, and I invited her to join whatifup.org. And
nice.
So I see in the future, that coming, where that's just
like, that's how I set goals. So there it is. I see it too. In fact, I see the future is like, what if the future arrives right now? What if this is the way you set goals? Because I don't know about you, but goal setting sometimes for me, it felt in the past, it felt like a to-do. It felt like a should. I should write my list of goals. I did this once. I wrote a list of 101 goals. I kept them on note cards. I would read them every day. And, not all of them, not actually, a few of them happened, and many of them didn't. And I remember having this feeling whenever I would see those goals that there was, to some degree, there was the feeling of fulfillment in checking it off, like done. Look, I did that one. But there was also this sense of, the gap of, I had this SMART goal of a specific measurable. I'm going to have this done by this date. I'm going to have this much revenue. I'm going to have this much impact. And then there's the awareness. It's like, oh, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. And I found that my goal setting process was more deflating than inspiring. Goal setting should be, setting intentions. It should be giving you a tool for focusing, for moving forward. And anything that we're doing that is creating a negative emotional attachment is probably not the greatest tool for moving us forward. Make sense? Okay, so what I'm going to share with you today that I have shared with Andi and many of you in the What If Up Club is the process that we use. It's a visioning process, and I love, Andi, that you're using it for your goal setting. I've used it for goal setting as well. I'm going to share with you what it is, and then I'm going to share with you some of the things that give it a bit of an advantage over traditional make a list goal setting. All right. So we're just going to shake up those SMART goals. If they're working for you, great. But if you find that they feel heavy or they feel like a to-do list, like they are not allowing you to live your best life, it feels kind of confining, then you might like this process, and you might want to just kind of mix it up every now and then, see how it works. All right. So I'm pulling out the doodle book. So this book is called Doodle Up. You can find it on Amazon. It is a doodle journal. This is the process I'm going to share with you. Know that you do not need to invest in anything. You can just use a blank piece of paper. So this is my doodle page over here. And I'm just going to show you this side. I'm not going to take you through all the different things that we have in our journaling book. I just want to show you a sample doodle and how you can use it when you are setting goals. So doodling is the tool that we use for visioning. Why? Well, if you've ever done a vision board, you know the power of putting your vision in front of you, of being able to have a visual representation of what you want to create. So what we know about the creative process is that there are two factors, there are two parts of this recipe, and you need them both in order to move forward in a powerful way. First is the focused intention. Second is the elevated emotional state. So traditional goal setting, hey, there's a little shout out. There's Winnie. Say hi to Winnie, everybody. She's awesome. So traditional goal setting, definitely gets you focused, right? So you have the focused intention with traditional goal setting, which is fabulous. But maybe you don't have the heightened emotional state, which is also important. So what happens when you have focus and it feels heavy or it feels overwhelming is now you have focus, but you have a negative emotion attached to it. So it's actually counterproductive. So what we want to do is create a process where you can have the focused intention, but do so in a way that feels really good. So doodling, it may take you back. Now, first of all, if you have that thought in your head, I'm not an artist, I can't do this, I invite you to take that thought, put it in a little bubble, like a little cloud bubble, and then watch it just kind of dissipate. So this is not an artsy thing at all. This is about taking an idea, a concept from your imagination and extracting it. I think of the Harry Potter and the pensieve, where they take a thought and they just pull it out. You're pulling out an idea, a vision, and you're translating it into something that is visual. So that's what doodling allows us to do. It allows us to take something and make it concrete so we can put it in front of us. It's not about being an artist. Trust me, I'm going to demonstrate that to you in a powerful way. Okay, so the second thing that happens when you doodle is, I like to doodle. I've got my my basket of, I love these. These are my glitter pens. So isn't that a great sound? There it is, down a basket full of glitter pens. I really like in my doodling these dual tip markers. So these are a little brighter. Mine, I need a new set. Just saying, these are kind of worn out. So I'm gonna try to find a color that is not totally worn out. Let's see. How about that one? Okay. So your brain likes color. Your brain likes to have fun, right? We all like to have fun. Doodling will, if you feel like, oh, this is kind of childish, this is what kids do, is color and draw. It's like, absolutely. Kids are the most creative beings on the planet. So anything we can emulate from them is a good thing. Why do they do it? Because it's fun. So what we're doing is we're taking the power of focus and we are merging it with a process that takes us back to a playful state that feels good, that is fun, that is imaginative. And we're going to capture that on our doodle page, capturing our goals. So I love, Andi, how you said you see this as the future of goal setting. And I agree. I think this is an incredibly powerful process for setting goals. So I will share with you, I'm just going to show you this just because it's not my background, but here it is. So every year, these are my 2022 goals. So this is an example of a doodle. I'll just show you a finished one. I just want to share with you my own personal experience with setting goals through a doodle. So I was on vacation. I brought my doodle book and I was brainstorming my priorities. I was feeling really overwhelmed. There are all these things I wanted to do. And I felt like I never had the time to get things moving forward. So I created in a doodle a goal, and I'm just going to recreate it slightly. So what I did was I just created a list of priorities, and I made it just like a triangle, and I divvied up that triangle, and I said, okay, what's most important to me? What's most important to me is my family time, my self-care, and then I had my project. I prioritized them. I put them into a graphic doodle, and then when I got home from my vacation, I just put that doodle up on my bulletin board, just right here off screen, put it on my bulletin board, and I would just look at it when I was, had a moment waiting on the phone for a Zoom call to start or something like that. I just take a peek at it. I'd sit with it every now and then. And what I found as I was looking at that doodle was I saw that the problem with my life balance, and I had life balance and fun and joy, all the things, all the words that I wanted to create, I had it on there. And what I saw was there was just too much on there. So I picked one of these sections, one of these projects, and I decided I'm going to stop doing this and focus everything on the other. It was a major, major shift in my my intent, my workload. It took me a while to offload that one project, but since then it's given me a lot more clarity and a lot more focus. So it doesn't matter what your goals are. It doesn't have to be a list of 100 things. It can be, my goal is to have greater balance. My goal is to have healthy nutrition. You put it in front of you and doodle it in a way that is fun. Okay, so those of you who are law of attraction people, here's one of the things you're going to love about doodling. If you study law of attraction, Abraham Hicks in particular, they talk about 17 seconds. 17 seconds of sustained elevated emotion is like tipping point for attracting things into your experience, right? Well, the beautiful thing about doodling is you can doodle for a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can doodle for a long time without getting bored of it. You don't have to just sit and meditate and think. You can actually let your basket of markers do its magic on your page. And I like to, as I'm doodling, I know this one's really simple. I'm not going to do a detailed one. Here's a detailed one. And on my detailed one, here's my best tips. Put yourself in your doodle. All right. So there's me in the center. And then I have my goals for health, my goals for friends, my goals for relationship, my financial goals, my community goals, my spirituality goals, and then my goals for growing the What If Up Club. So I have all of those in here. They're represented in words. They're represented in icons, in imagery, thought bubbles. However you like to doodle, there's no wrong way to do it. The important thing is those two factors: focused intention. So you're bringing something out of your mind and putting it on paper, and elevated feeling. If you really want to have something that is a tool you can use long-term to help you manifest, I encourage you to put yourself in it, use color, and use all the modalities. Do pictures and icons, have thought bubbles, because that's the auditory piece, and anything that creates the warm fuzzies. So you can put whatever word you want. I prefer this to vision boards, because in a vision book or a vision board, I collect all the magazines and I scan through it, but I'm scanning through a lot of things that I don't want to find the thing that I do. And maybe I find the thing that I do, or maybe it's just the best thing I found in that magazine. When you're doodling, you are tapping into your wisdom, your imagination, unbounded. Whatever you can conceive of, you can put into that doodle. And so it really is yours. It is your creation. And to me, there's no more powerful way to consciously create than to doodle up. So that's my invitation to you. We are rolling out our Ramp Up Challenge, where if you take on the challenge, you're going to see a little more about doodling. The Doodle Up book is available on Amazon, but you can also just pull out a blank piece of paper, pull out your markers, and get to it. If you have any questions, comments, put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you have your own doodles, particularly if you have doodles that you've used for goal setting, I'd love to see them. Post them in our What If Up community. And if you're not in our What If Up community, what are you waiting for? whatifup.org is where you go to sign up and join us. It's free. We're here to support each other. It's a donation-based nonprofit organization, and we are grateful for all of you for your support in helping to make this kind of information, these kinds of tools available to all people. So thanks for being here. I hope you have fun setting your goals in maybe a slightly different way. Try it for a month. See what happens. What if you doodle your goals for the month of September? What would you want to create? In fact, I don't have this here. Where is it? Back there is my planner. I have another one on my desk over there. This is the one I actually use. And I start every month with a doodle of what I hope to accomplish by the end of the month. It is way more fun than goal setting. And it also feels really good. So it reduces some of that resistance that you might have to knocking out those goals, even if your life circumstances change. Lets you go with the flow. So thanks for being here. It's so great to see you. Looking forward to hearing from you. Really looking forward to seeing your doodles. And I will, by the way, don't forget tonight, first Wednesday of the month, it's a possibilities party for all of our members. So go join the What If Up Club at whatifup.org. If you're already a member, you're going to get an email tonight. It's already posted in our Facebook group. Looking forward to seeing you on Zoom tonight. Who's going to be there? All right, 8 o'clock. I'll see you. We'll do some What If Upping together. Sound fun? I'll see you soon. Love you guys. Bye-bye.